Hello and welcome back to Game Dev Tycoon on Pressing Buttons. We're here in Game Dev Tycoon with Lizzie McGames Co., our new company. We've only made a couple games so far. They did okay. Not too bad. You know, nothing that was a huge blockbuster game or super critically acclaimed or anything. But we've got some good titles released, so we're gonna dive back in and start. I think we're gonna try and make an Invento game, which would be really cool. So far, it looks like we have 216K, almost 300 fans. Wow, that's awesome. So let's go ahead and dive in, so we don't waste too much time. Let's see what we can research. New topics. I really don't want to make a romance game on the Invento. I don't think that would lend itself well to the platform. We can't make a custom game engine though, so what we're gonna do, we are totally going to develop a new game for the Invento. Is it worth it to spend this 80K to make a TES game? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's worth it or not, but time will tell whether it was worth it or not. So we're totally gonna do that. Oh wow, okay, we just spent the money right there, so there's no backing out at this point. So let's go ahead and make our martial arts action game, which I believe that'll be a really good combination, and we're gonna call it Chops McClintock. Yeah, there we go. So, oh, next, what am I missing? Oh, action, okay. Chops McClintock, so yes, we want 2D graphics. We don't want text-based TES game. That would be awful. That doesn't even make any sense. So let's go ahead and let's think about what would make a good martial arts action game. Well, obviously gameplay is way up there. Story and quests, not so much. Maybe a little bit. The engine has to be really good as well. So let's go something like that. Maybe a little bit less. There we go. Yeah, because gameplay is going to be a huge part of this. You know, it has to be fun and exciting, and you want to keep coming back and playing again and again. Oh wow, that's kind of a dingy garage now that I look at it. Look at this corner here. We got to get out of this garage. So, let's see. Dialogues, not too big. Level design is huge, and so is AI. So those are both way up, because the AI, we got to have good enemies that will, you know, give us a hard time as we go through these levels. You know, the dialogues are not as important, so we'll go about there. I think that seems reasonable. I think for this type of game. Let's see, we're kicking out a lot of bubbles here. World is okay. Graphics and sound are definitely much more important. So we're gonna put sound about there. Bring world design up a little bit. No, not even. That should be good. I think we really need to go all out with graphics because of just the type of game we're making here. You know, we're not making something that, you know, we have to really flesh out the world and the story. You know, it's all about just punching things, kicking things, and yeah. So that's what we're going for here. Wow. So we leveled up engine, we leveled up level design. So world design went up somehow, and sound, wow, okay, we are really, yeah, that's good. That's good. Let's go ahead and release this thing. Here's our game review. Here's our first review. Let's see how well it does. Oh wow, 7, okay. Let's see if we can stay above 7 or higher. Oh wow, okay, this might be our best game we've ever made. Yeah. Oh, okay, we still got one more. Let's see what we get. 8, okay, wow. So nice experience from Star Games. Very enjoyable, informed gamer. Enjoyable. Slightly less enjoyable. Game hero. And played it for days. All games. Wow. So, thanks guys. I love the good press. That's great. Usually they're pretty hard to please, so I must have done something right with Chops McClintock here because wow. That one's for the Crank Daddy fans. Crank Daddies. I'm not sure many people have heard of that band, but they're pretty cool. You should check them out. Chops McClintock is their lead singer. Okay, so we're selling lots of... Let's go ahead and get a game report going for Chops McClintock. Who I guess he would be the lead singer of the Crank Daddies. He's the main character, and he's taken up martial arts, and yeah, I'm not sure how that would work, but I guess that's the whole idea of this game. So yeah, the TES was a good choice, I think, because it is just, the sales are insane. I love the games that come with the TES, and playing with a controller is so much more fun. I agree. Well, sometimes. It's great for a game like Chops McClintock. Our post-release analysis of Chops McClintock is complete. It's a great combination, okay, I figured as much. Graphics seems to be important. Okay, so we totally nailed that one, guys. That was fantastic. We made almost all of our money back. And maybe even more. We're almost broken 500 fans, which is insane. Oh wow, that's a really good sales. Yeah, very impressive. I'm happy we did that. Let's see. Let's see what contract work we can do. Haven't done any contracts yet, so decide carefully what you contract and accept. Or what contract you accept. Yeah, because if you think about it, like if you pick something that you can't achieve, like let's say we choose this one and we don't nail it in the 5 weeks, well, we're gonna lose 5K. You know, it's just, there's a penalty. There's a bit of risk involved in doing this. Now, this isn't so bad. 5 weeks for 15 points, you kind of have to add up. This is a little ridiculous, I think, because that's quite a big number to reach. This one I think we could do. We get 13K. We're designing characters, I guess, for a game, and the penalty isn't bad. So let's just see what Hilary Duff can handle. Come on, Miss Duff. Okay, I think she's got this. She's got plenty of time. She's a very focused and driven individual, so it looks like yeah, there we go. Right, so there's an easy 13K right there. Jason here just got word from the client the contract was successful. Good job. Okay, so we'll keep checking in on those. It's just, you know, it's not good to just do contract work, but it's good to do, you know, a mix of things. So, I kind of want to do this. We still don't have any new topics, so let's just keep making games, I guess. We've got a nice amount of money to deal with here, so let's just see what we can make. I'm not really liking these choices very much. Yeah, let's just go ahead and let's try and make an engine. I think we can. If we put it off too long, it's not going to turn out well. So we're going to basically learn how to make an engine, I believe is what this is. And then to actually make the engine, it will cost even more. So this will just unlock a lot of new things. And I'm excited to see what those are. Custom game engine. You can now create your own game engines. To get started, close this and... Right, here we go. So now we can get mono, sound, and game tutorials. Which really, mono sound is like something that we really probably should have been making already. I can't imagine playing a NES game without like even that as like a basic, you know, sound level. Recent studies suggest that the increasing variety of gaming devices creates a market for more specialized games. Right. Well, I'm thinking that the TES would be a good platform for younger, target audience, younger audience, okay? Because, you know, that just seems to make sense to me, whereas the PC is more of an adult, you know, young adult sort of platform. So we'll go ahead and tailor our game design to that. All right, so we have 22 research points, and yeah, I think the best thing we can do, tutorials. I just think that this isn't really that much, that's not that important. I'm thinking if we do target audience, it will pay off big time in the end, so we're gonna go ahead with that. There are now rumors circulating that the Vina, another Japanese company, or that Vina, right, is planning to release a home console. It's probably Sega, coming out with the Mega Drive. You have successfully researched target audience. Good. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's see, can we make a custom engine right now? Ooh. Oh, wow. This could get pricey quite fast, but I think it's necessary because, you know, our games are going to fall behind in popularity, you know, as far as technology goes. We really have to sort of spend money now to be able to make money later. you know, and having a save game function in an NES game would be fantastic. So let's go ahead and do it. We're gonna call it the Duff. How about? Let me think for a second. Let's just call it the Duff 1.0. Legendary Duff 1.0 game engine. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I figured. Quite a lot of work goes into making this engine, so gotta give her enough time to. Hopefully our cash doesn't dwindle all the way down before we get to even use it to make a game, which is my worry at this point. Might have to do contract work to get a little bit of cash. Oh wow, look at that beast. So the Master V just came out. I don't think we're going to be jumping on board the Master V. No offense to Vina, but I think we've spent enough money, you know, getting the license for the TES, and I think if we spent too much money getting onto all these different platforms, it's just not going to be lucrative in the end. Alright, so let's see, what can we do here? We have our new engine. Let's go ahead and check out our contract work we can do. See if there's something that we can do easily for. Yeah, this seems reasonable. Let's go ahead and do it. Oh boy. Oh geez. You can. Okay, we're good. We're good. Had me worried there for a second, but nice. So there's some spending money we can use for the next game. So let's go ahead and develop a new game. Right. Picking the target audience for your game is important. Okay, so we want to target young people. Or maybe everyone, I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and decide what we're going to make first. So our topics are abysmal right now. I've got to be honest. These are not the usual topics I would imagine being available to start off with. So, hold on, let me just look real quick and see what we've already made. So we're going to look at our game history. Right, so these games were okay. So we have an airplane simulation, we have a military strategy, we have an evolution simulation, and our best game as of yet is the martial arts action. Let's go ahead and let's see what we can do here. I think a military action or action game would be pretty cool actually. An everyone game. On the TES. See, I don't want to make another simulation game, so I don't really want to make a PC game right now. So we're going to use the Duff 1.0, and we're going to make this amazing game. We're going to call it, oh boy, let's see, an action game. We're going to call it Saving Private McGuire. Just going right in theme with our 2D graphics. Okay, this is going to be like the Call of Duty of this era. So we're spending almost all our money making this amazing game. Okay, so, oh wow. We are going to quickly run out of money here. So we don't need a save game for this. We do want to, you know, it's kind of funny. We're using this, I really don't want to use either of these features, which is kind of lame because I spent all that money on that, you know, engine. So we're gonna bump up the engine, story and quest pretty low, and gameplay way up. So let's put the engine right about there. Okay, so I'm kind of worried now because we're getting down there. We're gonna go bankrupt if this Saving Private McGuire doesn't do well. We're screwed. Dialogues? No. Level design, AI. Yeah. That looks good. Okay, let's keep it going. Hopefully our fans are ready for another amazing action game. We can break 500 fans and, you know, become the best studio out there. Sound, up there, world design, down. Yeah, that looks good. We still got the basic sounds, though. That's disappointing. I really should have researched those. Oh boy, okay, we are almost broke. This is a bit worrisome. Okay, the Master V came out. That's no concern of ours. We just got to push this game and ship it, which we are doing right now. Oh wow, we are in the red. We are in the red, people, I repeat. This isn't gonna go well. Oh wow, okay, so we're leveling up at least, we're improving. And I just thought of a better name for this. We're gonna call it Shooting Guns. Shooting Guns. Okay, that's much more, you know, that's gonna sell. That is totally gonna sell. So we're gonna release Shooting Guns. Okay, please, this is the moment that we need. Oh geez, there's some big numbers, there's some low numbers in there. Nice experience. Okay, thank God we are not going under. We're gonna at least make enough. 7, okay, if we get 7s across the board, I will be happy. 8, okay, wow, we found the formula, we found the magic formula. Aw, all games. What a dick. He just had to ruin our perfect happiness there, but that's okay. We did pretty well. So, oh, doesn't want us to close. Okay, so we are in the hole. We really need to get some money, get some revenue. Here we go. That's what I like seeing. Wow, got quite a few fans. Master V has stirred up the market. It will flourish in other parts of the world. Okay, well, good for them. You know, when my first console other than the NES, I got an NES when I was younger. You know, I didn't grow up during the 80s, so I grew up in the 90s. And our first console was an NES, but it was like a pawn shop NES. You know, it was very run down, beat up. It didn't last very long, basically. We had a few games. It was good fun. Really, our first real console that we spent plenty of time on was the Sega Genesis. So, you know, once the Genesis comes out, maybe I'll make some games for the Genesis. And of course the PC. Had plenty of time with the PC as a kid. Saving Private McGuire. Huh? I thought I'd changed the name. It's really weird. How it always does that. Maybe I don't hit OK or something. I don't really know. But yeah, it sold well. So despite that name, despite that awful name, Shooting Guns would have been. That'll be our next one. Shooting Guns will sell better than Saving Private McGuire. I'm surprised that. We'll just say it was based off of a movie at the time. So let's go ahead and do a game report. Right, that's what we want. Gotta take just a few minutes to do this. Oh, casual games, okay. It's a good way to tap into that market. It's never a bad thing. Okay, the Govador 64 seems to be losing market share. Okay, so it's time for the decline of the Govador and the rise of the PC. Which, you know, isn't really too surprising. In an unofficial statement, a G64 employee said that the company has been unsuccessful in introducing higher-priced computers. Right. That's exactly it. Well, you snooze, you lose. PC Master Race. Our post-release analysis of Saving Private... I'm not even going to say it. Military and action is a great combination. Yes, it is. World design seems to be not very important. Okay, so I made a good call there. And we got a good action TES. Oh, it's an okay. I would think action and TES would be good. At a little bit better than okay, but... And that is a good match as well. So, awesome. Okay, feel good about that. So yeah, we're doing all right here. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up for this episode before we, you know, embark on any new projects or new games. So thank you very much for watching. Go ahead and stick with us for more Game Dev Tycoon, and we'll see you next time.